So. Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu VAMPYR. So, wir werden jetzt mal versuchen, hier ein bisschen voranzukommen. Oh, flackert das. Schon Ratten. Oh, hier sind ganz viele Ratten.
This is despicable.
So. Hier laufen die Leute wieder rum. Oh, hallo. Ich muss noch platt machen. Das ging ja Gott sei Dank relativ zügig. Okay. Genau, ich wollte jetzt hier in die Sicht gehen. Müssen wir eigentlich jetzt hier weiter. Das Blut auf dem Boden ist ja ganz schön offensichtlich tatsächlich.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
Guck dich hier mal um. Alter.
As one we shall overcome this. We've done it before.
Unbekannter. Okay. Mit wem redet der da?
Oh dear God. Not again. William, please stop.
Ah. Wie die Axt. Oh, ist direkt eine Sense.
You are lost and dearest friend. William, my arm.
Wie kann ich die Waffen wechseln? Ich will die gerne ausrüsten.
Can't feel it.
Ich weiß nicht wie.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
Ja, ich will tatsächlich aber erst gucken,
I can't stand
wie
it.
ich die Waffen wechseln kann. So stecke ich die Waffen weg, aber ich möchte die Waffe gerne wechseln. Ah, geht das hier? Aha. So, wie kann ich jetzt die Waffen wechseln? Okay, ich bin tatsächlich noch ein bisschen überfragt. 99 Schaden. Das ist heftig. Aber 30 Ausdauer. Ah, egal.
You're my only friend. I know your heart, William. Alas, you must give me permission to leave.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Au. Kopf. Kopf. Zack. Und zack. Das funktioniert doch schon mal ganz gut. Aber ich bin auch gleich tot. Alter. So, ich kann mich mit der 1 heilen. Sag das doch. Oh, okay. Hallo.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by skull?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Ha. Und weg ist sie.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders.
Na, du vor allem.
Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with a good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Da ist was dran.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Ist hier viel geschehen. Um das mal nett auszudrücken. Krasser Scheiße. Okay, bin gespannt. Kann ja jetzt natürlich noch was werden. Oh, ein schönes kleines Dampfboot. Ich finde das super, dass der Doktor uns hier hilft.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy.
Ha.
Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Ein kleiner
Have we
Fan.
met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
And for that,
Okay,
you are
krass.
right.
Warum stehen wir hier?
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
Das hört sich doch gut an erstmal.
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Davon gehe ich aus. Okay, krass. Boah, ich mag ja diesen Stil und die Musik dabei, ne? Finde ich sehr, sehr nice.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy,
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes.
Auf jeden Fall.
Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea,
Welcome
immediately.
aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Strange. Strange Leute. Okay. Schauen wir uns die mal um. Auf zum Krankenhaus. Alles klar. Kapitel 1.
Come on, you bastard! You can do better than that! Nah, it's my turn!
Was ist da denn los? Alter, sticht ihn ab.
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Alter.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite!
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Okay. Was soll ich jetzt tun? Kuh, um in den Band zu ziehen.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance
Okay.
of life and death.
Okay, krass. Soll ich den aussagen?
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
Soll ich ihn jetzt nicht ins Krankenhaus bringen? Scheinbar nicht.
Whoa, I feel giddy. What happened? Did I black out?
So ähnlich. Du wärst fast gestorben, mein Freund.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
Alter. Viel zu heftig. Ich hoffe, ich krieg nicht auf die Fresse, nur weil ich den jetzt in Ruhe gelassen habe. Ich glaube, wir sind hier am Krankenhaus.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse.
Das ist nett.
What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank
Das
you.
ist ja nett.
Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
Oh,
I would like to ask a few questions first. What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Okay.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
Ah, geht doch.
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
Das kann ich mir nicht verübeln.
If you could point me in the direction of...
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Okay.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Dann gehen wir da mal schnuppern. Wo ich mich hier gerne auch nochmal umschauen möchte. Bevor wir da jetzt rein klatschen, schauen wir uns hier erstmal ein bisschen um.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Krass. Auch nicht schlecht.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Okay.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Is
Oh,
there anyone that
das nenne ich
stands
neutral.
out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Ah.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
Krass.
Do you think this hospital can survive?
Bin ich jetzt mal gespannt.
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
An
Scheiße.
invisible enemy. Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Das kann ich mir gut vorstellen. Ah, okay. Was benötige ich? Was benötige ich? Okay, schade.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Ja, wir müssen ja nett sein, ne? Okay. So. Wo ist der denn jetzt hin? Lol. Ich wollte doch noch mit dir quatschen.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Ah, ist ein Händler. Krass.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Okay, krass.
Since you're on the front line,
Leichenfahrer. Oder
how is the
Krankenfahrer, eher
sanitary
gesagt.
situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
Ho, 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 ho.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing in. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital. That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Ah, okay. Krass.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Ja gut, ne? Die Lage wissen wir ja.
I'd
Was
like
müssen wir
to
mit
see
haben?
your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Ah, dann zeig mal, was hast du denn für uns? Schrotflinte. Können wir die kaufen? Kannst Waffen nur am Arbeitstisch nach dem Unterschlitz aufwerten. Okay. Krasser Scheiß auf jeden Fall. Ich will die kaufen. Ah, ich hab zu wenig Geld. Okay, krass.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Okay.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, die sieht aber ganz schön krank aus.
And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Ah, was?
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, it was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Was zum Teufel?
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Was zum Teufel?
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
Was zum Teufel?
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Einfach mal beißen, wa?
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Ah, was?
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
Was zum Teufel?
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Ist das so? Wenn du wüsstest. Okay. Ich kann jetzt nichts mehr
I'll
machen.
leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Krasser Scheiß. Okay, hier haben wir dann noch ein paar interessante Wesen hier rumlaufen, um das mal nett auszudrücken. Oh, guck mal, da liegt was. Abgenutzte Säge. Nehme ich. Hier ist nichts drin. Dr. Reed. Ah, unser Büro.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes.
Ja, Gott sei Dank.
Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Ja, das wäre jetzt witzig, wenn wir jetzt hier auch noch in einem Sarg schlafen würden oder sollten. Blutprobe analysieren. Oh, ich habe ein Regenerationsserum. Ja, danke.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
Drachenfluch. Das ist wohl das DLC, was ich da freigeschaltet habe. Finde ich ja cool, dass wir das jetzt haben. So. Ah, krass. So. Habe ich das jetzt ausgewählt? Okay. krasser Scheiß. Aha. Geiler Scheiß auf jeden Fall. So, jetzt legen wir uns erstmal noch mal ein bisschen schlafen. Beziehungsweise was liegt hier? Eine Nachricht. Okay. So, was kann ich denn jetzt machen? Erstmal ein paar XP ausgeben für die Fähigkeiten. 50% Gesundheit. Ah. Das ist ja geil. Ja. Nehmen wir. Beim nächsten Mal werden wir ein bisschen das Level, das Leben ein bisschen aufleveln und das passt dann.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Ah, Nachtschicht kenne ich. Das ist immer so eine Sache.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
Hier sind keine mehr.
Sorry, there's nothing here.
Some of the patients won't last the night without them. Honestly, sir, I'm beside myself.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Alles klar. Geben wir uns Mühe. Bin ich jetzt mal gespannt. Wo kommen wir denn hier runter? Da. Perfekt. So, wo ist die Gräfin der Dunkelheit? Ach, die läuft da rum. Okay. Würde der ja gerne mal zeigen, dass wir auch ein Vampir sind. Ich glaube, das fällt dir erstmal um. Obwohl, das kann man ja nicht beantworten, ne? Okay. Hier dürfte jetzt gleich irgendwo unser Ziel sein, hoffentlich. Oder?
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Ja, nett. Alles klar. Und weg. Okay, komm schon. Boah, ich finde diese Fähigkeit so geil. Sehr, sehr schön. Ah, Fotografie. Krass. Sind die hier durchgebrochen? Ah, schwierig, schwierig. Ah. So. Trennen Sie die alte Leichenhalle, bringen die Geldwurzel zu ihrem Besitzer. Ah, okay. Komm, wir gehen erstmal in die Leichenhalle. Wo wir jetzt irgendwas anderes machen. Würde ich jetzt vorschlagen. Alles andere wäre jetzt ein bisschen unsinnig. Das machen wir jetzt nochmal später in Ruhe. Drängt ja Gott sei Dank nicht. Die alte Leichenhalle. Okay, komm. Man reiche mir die ganzen Medikamente, die hier sind. Aha. Blut an der Decke. Nett. Außerordentlich nett. Bin ich jetzt vorne rausgegangen? Das wollte ich nicht. Das war jetzt natürlich blöd. Scheiße. Oh, können direkt wieder hier rein. Ich nutze die Zeit und trinke mal Wasser. Ah. So. Weiter geht's. Ich höre auf jeden Fall schon wieder irgendwelche komischen Viecher hier rumstampfen. Hallo? Für die Schillinge. Ich glaube, wir werden jetzt hier gleich richtig schön... Mal gucken, ob wir den irgendwie überraschen können. Und zack. Und weg mit dir.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
So. Sehr, sehr geil. So, habe ich jetzt alles? Ich weiß nicht.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Lass mich raten. Im Keller finde ich dann auch die restlichen Sachen, die ich nehmen kann. Oh, hallo. Oh. Das war gerade heftig. Okay, ich habe es gerade nämlich mal die Klaue ausprobiert. Das ist schon ziemlich fett.
As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate and that might prove itself useful.
Huh. Okay, hier komme ich scheinbar nicht weiter, dann muss ich tatsächlich in den Keller. Oder war ich hier noch nicht überall? Ich weiß es nicht. Hier war es schon. Ha. Bewegen uns mal in den Keller. Ja, dann modernisiere dich einfach, ist okay. Na dann. Gucken wir mal, ob wir den hier irgendwie schocken können.
These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. Then turn to blood.
Komm schon. Warum machst du nichts? Und weg mit dir. So. komm schon. Zack und zack. Oh, geil. Oh, ich bin in die Ecke getrieben. Das ist nicht gut. Oh, das war mehr als so knapp. Uiuiuiui. Okay, wie kann ich mich denn... Kann ich mich mit Haar heilen? Wie kann ich mich heilen? Inventar. Ha, kann ich mich gar nicht heilen? Ha. Ich guck gerade, aber ich finde gerade nichts. Ein bisschen Kacke. So. Was können wir denn jetzt tun? Schmiermittel. Okay. Kann nichts machen. Na, das heißt, ich muss erstmal so ein bisschen klarkommen. Wie kann ich denn... Au. Wie ist das denn, wenn ich... Erstmal meine Haupthand... Revolver setze. So. Oh, okay. Gut. Haben wir das schon mal geklärt. Ha. Hier scheint nichts zu sein. Oh, hallo. Totenschein. Okay, krass.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this.
Na, schauen wir uns das mal an. So.
Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman. Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps?
Huh.
The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened.
Oh, widerlich.
A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful.
Krasser Scheiß.
Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
Ha. Da wird doch mal Zeit, den mal so ein bisschen drauf hinzuweisen, ne? Sehr schön. Oh, hallo. wieder Blut. Alter, Alter. Also, das hat sich komplett Fähigkeit verschwendet. Oh shit. Uiuiui. Oh, das war knapp.
These scowls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
Ja, das
Sodium
stimmt.
hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
Ja, jetzt muss ich auf jeden Fall vorsichtig sein, weil ich bin nämlich so gut wie tot. Weil ich habe hier, glaube ich, ich kann nicht kombinieren im Inventar. Das heißt, ich muss das dann im Büro quasi machen. Stellen Sie eine Behandlung gegen Erschöpfung her. Jetzt muss ich gucken, dass ich jetzt hier nicht nochmal neu angegriffen werde, weil es könnte nämlich durchaus ungesund werden. Aber hier dürfte ja eigentlich nichts mehr rumlaufen. Ich hab's nicht gesagt. Oh, ist fair. Und tschüss. Sehr geil. Ah, stimmt, hier kann ich ja raus. Wunderbar. Dann ab zum Büro, dann die Mixtur mixen und mal gucken, ob wir uns auch irgendwie welche Heilfiolen machen können. Das wäre natürlich optimal. Aha, guck mal, was hängt denn da? Krass. Oh, was ist denn da? Ich kann den Müll rumwühlen. Ist das fett? So, jetzt sind wir wieder im Krankenhaus. Gott sei Dank. Ich weiß doch gar nicht, warum es jetzt auf einmal anfängt zu ruckeln. Hallo, nicht ruckeln. So. Mittel gegen Erschöpfung. Okay, krass. Einfach mal alles wieder verwerten. So, und wie kann ich mich jetzt heilen? Gar nicht. Da möchte ich doch mal direkt nochmal reingucken. Aha, ich kann Zeug herstellen. Krass. Und jetzt im Inventar. Kann ich die nehmen, oder? Ich verstehe das System noch nicht so ganz, wenn ich ehrlich bin. So, ich mache hier aber nochmal einen kleinen Cut. In der nächsten Folge werden wir dann die Geldbörse besorgen und natürlich wieder zurückgeben. Deswegen vielen, vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Haut rein, Leute. Ciao, ciao.